Hi, Russell. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Just saw you pop up on the injury report today, so just wanted to clarify how your groin is and just what happened that had that pop up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much I can actually say about injuries, but honestly, injuries are part of the game. We play a tough sport, but tough people out there trying to do their job. So I can't get really too much into the details, but it'll be what it is, and I'm going to work my butt off to be able to play this Sunday.
Let's go to Josh and then Miles.
Hey Russell, but just quick compliment. I like all the Bitcoin shirts that you wear in these pressers.
What are you talking about?
There seems to be a theme. I was curious, is your hat a Bitcoin reference as well?
Oh no, it's a really good friend, man. They're helping people want to secure their money, their Bitcoin, in a way that's never been done before. My friends over at Open Dime, as it says, don't trust, verify. So I don't want to sound too crazy here, but yeah, it's a really cool brand that I've been working with. Check out bitcoinids.com. We're helping people get more sovereignty over their money as well too. That's a little plug, no big deal.
I'll give you a football question too. I know that a lot of talk this over the past few months was about your relationship with Greg Little and how you were, kind of mentoring him and bringing him along. Have you seen a change in him since you got here and first met him?
Yeah, for sure. And I would think, honestly, that's a testament to what the whole offensive line room is doing with him. I think the standard is completely high. We're demanding excellence out of all the players and really honing into the craft from day to day. And it's becoming extremely more evident with his consistency and focus at practice. Really proud of the work he's doing, and I think he'll be a really good pro one day.
Russell, this is Miles Simmons. You obviously played with the Chargers over the last couple seasons, and that means I assume that you went against Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram at some point in one-on-one drills. What makes them so effective as both pass rushers and then as run defenders too?
Yeah, they're both very different, just overall in regards to like their skill sets. So Joe, so much more technical. Man, he can do a little bit of everything. He's going to play to run well. He's going to play to pass well. He's going to challenge you to finish the entire play in the duration of the game. And Mel, it's a freakish athlete. I mean, the guy, he has incredible power, speed. He can do really wild things, with his body and turn the corner really well. So, man, they both are two different monsters. But I mean, football doesn't get any better than that. You're playing against two of the best people in the game, and I think everybody should be excited to play these guys. They're just that good, and it's an incredible challenge, something that I'm definitely looking forward to this Sunday.
Let's go to Jonathan Alexander and then Steve Reed.
Hey, Russell. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I wanted to ask you, what have you seen so far from Mike Davis?
Yeah, I think Mike Davis is a true pro's pro. I mean, I think one of my earliest reflections of him is we're running 4-minute drill, and the period was supposed to be thud, and he just was coming across, running people over left and right. I mean, that's just a testament to the amount of will and determination that he has as a player. And I'm excited to see him get more touches, while Christian's out, But I mean, I've been watching him for years, man. He's really good at what he does.
Hey, Russell, Steve Reed. Hey, just checking up on the injury. Would follow up on what Elaine asked you earlier. Is this the same thing that bothered you for a portion of last season, and is that concerning at all for you?
It was Steve. Kind of like I said earlier, man. This is a really physical and violent game. The demands on the body are insane. So being able to go out there 100% healthy. I don't think many people in the NFL can do that at all. And there's always going to be something nagging, bothering you, in different parts of the body, in the same parts of the body. That's just kind of what it is. So I don't think there's any direct correlation. But for now, we have an incredible training staff, and what Kevin Kling's doing, and the team that they're putting together. Kent, Jeremy, down in strength and conditioning, all these guys are doing the best job they can to make sure that we're prepared and ready to put the best product out on the field.
Let's go to Will Kunkel and then David Newton.
Hey, Russell. Will Kunkel here with Fox 46. No secret that the defensive line is having a little bit of troubles, man. As a veteran that's seen it all, is there anything you can do to talk to, especially the young guys, and what to do, how to beat their guy, or anything that you've seen that would be successful and help them?
I just tell those guys, I say, you know what, keep putting your hard hat on and bring your lunch pail. Be ready to work every single day. And because I just have that much belief in our players. I think what we have on this team from a defensive line standpoint is good enough to go out there and really pressure the quarterback and make really special plays. They have what it takes, and it's going to come in bunches. I have an awesome belief in what those guys are capable of doing, and I'm ready to see them do it. But consistency is key. You keep coming, keep working on your craft, watching film, being tireless in that way in order to find your best. I'm not going to be surprised, when they come out there and do what they do. I think a lot of the people who are spectators they'll be watching, saying, "Oh, well, finally they've done that." Well, you know what? I've seen these guys bust their tails every single day trying to make plays. And I'm sure it's going to happen in the near term.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Russell, David Newton, ESPN.com. You played with some really good backs over your career. And then you got Mike Davis, who you said is a great back, but he's a guy that's fought just to get a chance like he's got this week. What have you seen that separates those guys that are like Christian McCaffrey and automatically there every day, and a guy like Mike Davis that has to fight?
Yeah, love and passion for the game. I mean, Mike is certainly been waiting for his turn, and just like for most people in the NFL, whenever they call your name, you need to be ready to take on the load. And he did that last week. He got some really good touches coming out the backfield, and he's moving the piles. You could tell he's running with tremendous effort. I mean, and I think that's a complete. He's the embodiment of what we're trying to build as a team. A person, a next man up mentality, an opportunity to show himself and his capability, and provide just that the enthusiasm and zeal that our team needs. And I'm believing that he's going to lift us in a really important time for our team in order to really hone in on the run game.
All right, guys, we only have time for two more. We have to let Russell go. So let's go to Mike Celarte and then finish with Joe Person.
Hey, Russell. Good to see you again.
Hey, Mike. Good to see you.
Having played for Coach Lynn, what is like the defining characteristic of an Anthony Lynn coached team? I mean, where does it all? What's the core for his style and what he tries to get his guys to do?
Yeah, Anthony Lynn's an incredible coach, and I was very fortunate to be with him in the beginning of his tenure with the Chargers. And something that I've always respected about him is that he loves tough physical football, right? He wants players on his team who understand that, I think most teams really become a reflection of who the head coach is as a person. And he's that type of guy where each day he comes in, he's expecting the best, he's expecting an excellence and standard with his team. And a Coach Lynn team, or a Coach Lynn, an Anthony Lynn coach team, is a team that's physical. They're tough. They're not going to make a lot of mistakes. They're going to challenge you for every single blade of grass. And we're looking forward to that.
Russell, just curious what you thought of kind of the road trip last week, specifically as it pertained to the COVID protocols and staying around the hotel, and then kind of related how that will look. What will that look like this week with a 4.5 hour flight?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's difficult. Whether you're talking about the flight or the standards and protocols in order to ensure what people are calling a safe environment. Look, I can't stand these protocols. But I think, with my feelings aside, this is what was deemed necessary between the management and the union, right? The thought is that everybody falls in line and acknowledges the accordance and protocols in a way which benefits the collective. That's the talking point, right? So but I will say, it's difficult, right? I mean, I'm going back to Los Angeles. I want to be able to see my family, but this is what everybody needs to go through in order for us to continue to play ball. So it is what it is. But we're going to have a long fight out there. And I imagine the data and science says that we'll be prepared and ready to go out there and play. So, for the most part, there's 100 yards, and they're going to have to put that ball down and play ball, regardless of whatever the circumstances will be. We want to be a team prepared to play people anytime, anywhere. However,